Hey guys, so today's topic is, does me choosing to pee in adult diapers make me lazy? Am I a lazy person because I'm not going to the bathroom every time? Now, this depends on the situation that I'm in for myself personally, and this may differ for situations that you're in if you're not fully incontinent. But as far as I have experienced incontinence, but it's not really that bad sometimes, and sometimes it's worse depending on if my bowel is acting up. When I had the C. diff infection, when I say the C. diff infection, I had C. diff infection for about 1 year. It was terrible, and I did experience pretty bad bowel leakage during that time frame. What would happen is I would pass gas, and it wouldn't be gas. Obviously, sometimes it would be like stool or diarrhea. And those times that I did have a diaper on when that happened, it was just nice. It instilled confidence. And, it's a lot better to change a diaper, even though cleaning up after having a bowel movement in a diaper is messy. It's a heck of a lot easier than having to change underwear that you don't have a spare to. Usually, when a person's wearing a diaper, they have a change with them. So it's an underwear that you can easily change out, and it's something you could throw away without feeling bad about it, because that's what a disposable diaper is designed for. And that's one reason why I preferred at that time disposable diaper as opposed to cloth diaper, because if you're in public, to carry a cloth diaper or cloth incontinence underwear around with you after you've had a bowel accident in it, it's it stinks. You don't really want to be carrying that with you. You kind of want to throw it, wrap it up, throw it in a public trash bin. But to answer the question, does me choosing, most of the time, does me choosing to pee in a disposable diaper make me lazy? Now, it could be yes or no depending on how you look at it, but I'll explain it towards the end of the video, the way that I view the situation, the lazy side of it, because some people will say that's laziness. So as far as actual incontinence I have right now, it hasn't been for the last couple months. The bowel part of it hasn't been too bad. The C. diff has affected my colon, the way it processes the stool, and I'd say over 3-4 months ago I was having bowel leakage issues, slightly, not as bad as when I had C. diff. But now I'd say it's pretty good. I don't know, the colon seems to be stabilizing, so that's good. Sometimes when I pass gas, I will leak a little bit of urine, but that could be easily taken care of by an incontinence pad, a very light incontinence pad. So I really don't have to be peeing in the diapers. Where it's nice is if I'm on a road trip, like when I'm at work, or if I'm on the highway, or even at home. Doesn't really matter the situation. It's random. It's on and off. I'll have to pee every 10-15 minutes. And sometimes it's a big pee. Sometimes it feels like my bladder is full, but it's only like 50 to 100 ml that comes out. And I feel like I just got to go right now. It's like urge. But so there's that. So the diaper, I mean, for convenience, I wouldn't really call that lazy. If a bathroom's not around, I would say that's, not considered to be lazy. I mean, would you want to pull over every 10 or 15 minutes to pee? The diaper kind of comes into play as a medical device at that point. It helps you live a better life. And say, if you're at the movie theaters and the movie's an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and are you going to get up to pee every 10-15 minutes? I would say in that situation, even though it's not like uncontrollable bladder leakage, I would say that it's reasonably considered the diaper wouldn't be accommodating a person's laziness in that situation, because it's obviously not normal to have to pee every 10 to 15 minutes. For a human, should be able to hold it for an hour or two, right? At least minimum. So I would justify it in that situation. And for me, the overnight issue is it's the same for me overnight, but instead of every 10-15 minutes, I'll wake up maybe every 45 minutes, hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that, and I'll have to pee pretty bad. So the diaper, once again, it's in that category of convenience. I wouldn't call that so much laziness. I would say if you're a person that, if it's every 45 minutes to 3 hours even, and you're working, maybe you're working long shifts like I am, and getting up can be, it can affect your day, because if you get up to go pee, it might take you half an hour to get back to bed. Whereas if you can just go in your diaper, you got that extra rest. And so I would say it's a medical aid in that situation. If you're not actually leaking, if you're not actually bedwetting, if you're waking up and you're peeing in the diaper, and you have the overactive bladder in the night, they call it nocturia, I'd say that's fine. That's not laziness. And I'm not considering that for myself. But I would say the part where I would technically be getting lazy, and I'll compare it to something that everyone can understand. So when you're eating, you have a diet, and you make healthy choices and you make unhealthy choices. I'm not saying that using your diaper is unhealthy. It's not. It's fine. But say if you had the choice to, eat some vegetables versus the choice to have a bag of chips. Well, the chips might be tastier than the vegetables to some, and it's tempting, and maybe it's easier than having to, wash vegetables, cut them, prepare them, and all that. Where chips, you just open it up and eat it. It's convenient. I would consider, the chips to be the lazy option in that situation, whereas the vegetables is the non-lazy option. So for me, if I'm just at home, 99% of the time, I'll just pee in my diaper. Even though the bathroom's right there, I could easily go to it. Like if I have to go every 15 minutes, even every half an hour, whatever, I'll just pee in my diaper. Technically, yes, that's laziness. That's kind of comparable to a person, maybe going for that bag of chips versus going for that salad or that fresh vegetable that takes a bit more work. So it's kind of like, it's not that much more work to prepare the vegetables to have a healthy meal. Whereas it's not that much more work to go to the bathroom to go pee. But I would say that's the closest to me being lazy in that situation. And also, I'm just used to wearing the diapers so frequently overnight and on road trips, movie theater, and situations where bathrooms are not readily available. It just becomes a habit. And yes, it's a lazy habit. I'll admit it in that situation. So there's times in my day where I would say it's not laziness, it's a medical necessity. Well, is it really? Because I'm in a loader right now. I can get out and pee every 15 minutes or so, which I do if I'm not near the bathroom, because I can't hold it most of the time. Even I take this loader out in the road to do some road work, and I'll have to find a pullover quite often to go pee. But, if that's not an option for someone, if you're in a busy city area, there's no bathrooms around, you might want to consider a diaper. Because if you have to pee every 15 minutes and it feels like your bladder's about to blow or about to leak, like I know when my bladder gets full, it starts to feel very, very uncomfortable, and it gets full very fast and very often. Like if I push it to 20 minutes sometimes, like it's to the point where it's almost leaking. So especially if I pass gas, it will leak. But so I'd say the bare minimum, I have to wear an incontinence pad for sure. But just prevent that underwear from getting wet. But anyways, what's your opinion on that? What do you consider lazy? What do you consider not lazy? I mean, it don't really matter at all what you wear. It's fine. If you want to pee in it, go ahead. Some people eat junk food all day. Some people pee in their diaper all day, even if they don't have to. Kind of the same thing. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys.